Hello and welcome to Knife Delights. It's a beautiful Friday afternoon. We've got sunshine. It's about 76 degrees out, so wonderful weather. We've had quite a bit of rain lately, so everything is just a bright, lush green. Oh, look at that. And TGIF, last day of work. I'm happy. Got the weekend coming up. And this weekend I got some knife projects or knife videos I'll be working on. One is Imperial Peanut. And I kind of had a problem with that peanut. And I left it in the rust remover too long. Or did I? So that's part of that video. I'm going to leave you hanging. You're going to have to watch that, see what happens when you leave a knife in the rust remover for several days by mistake. It wasn't planned, that's for sure. I'm working on another video on office knives. Here a couple weeks ago, went to my favorite antique store and I showed considerable restraint because I only bought one knife, one pocket knife, and it was a keen cutter, which in and of itself is pretty cool, those old keen cutter knives. This happens to be an office knife. And as I've been researching this, I've come across all kinds of neat information on office knives and knives associated with working in the office. So hopefully I'll get that video done this weekend also. It's just been a blast doing the research on that. Okay, I'm going to close her down here, think up of a few more ramblings here to talk about, and we'll see you here in just a minute. Okay, we're coming up on a favorite part of my drive here. It's this little valley coming up here. Got all this nice pasture land on both sides of it. Farmstead there. But again, it's just so neat this time of year when it's so green and lush. If you took out the telephone poles and the windmills in the far distance, why, you could shoot some Western movies here, couldn't you? Well, I thought I'd pull over and give you kind of a close-up of this corn here. You see it flying down the road and off in the distance. And you can see here, we got it, it's about 3 foot tall or more. It's definitely up to the waist here. There's those windmills off in the background. I don't know about these windmills. They sure kind of mess up the landscape. But we're in an area, a wind zone, I guess. There's a whole slew of them over here. Lots of them. Yep. Well, good friend of the show, Bill, he suggested on 4th of July we do a video showing any knives with flags on it, and I've been looking and I can only find one. I think I have one knife that has a flag on it. But for any of you channels out there that would like to participate on the 4th of July, do up a video showing your flag knives. I'm going to look some more. I might have more than one, but only one of them comes to mind. But I got to go through a whole bunch more of my knives. Just check them out. See what I've got. Yeah. Oh, TGIF. I am so pumped. One more day. Just one more day. Hit that weekend. There's kind of a area where they store the windmill blades and stuff, and I'll tell you what, those things are a lot bigger when they're laying down on the ground than what they are when they're up in the air. They're pretty big. Well, here I am on my way home. You can't see too much, can you? Yeah, it got a little bit dark. Ooh boy, got the weekend ahead of me. Wow. I've been seeing a lot of deer the last couple of weeks. You know, I used to see them all the time, and then for some reason, for several months, I hardly ever saw one. Now in the last couple of weeks, I see 3 or 4 every night on my drive home, so I thought maybe we might find one here tonight. Of course, I got the camera rolling, and you know they won't jump out when you got the camera going. But yeah, I see a lot of deer, skunks, possums, coon, a lot of coon, a lot of possums. Anyone remember that song from the 70s? Dead skunk in the middle of the road? Yeah. I can relate to that. Huh. Where's the deer when you want to see them? Well, I gotta say, I had a chance to get on my phone tonight during the charity auction. Dwayne from Clark's Kentucky Knives held a knife auction to raise money for cornbread. Hunting for Hookers is his channel name. His wife is battling cancer, and so Dwayne did a lot of work putting together this auction tonight. And I tell you what, folks, this knife community has really reached out. He got so many knives. I think he said he got over 500 knives. So he auctioned off about 100 objects tonight. They weren't all knives. Some were some hankies and things like that, some other things, but a lot of great knives were auctioned off. I was able to grab a couple of great ones. I got a buck 174, if I remember correctly. And I don't know what the date symbol is on it, but I believe it's from like early 2000s, maybe mid 2000s, maybe late 90s. I'm not sure. I'll have to wait and check it out when I get it. But it's a modern folding knife, and it was a model I don't have, so I'm very excited to be able to get that. There's a deer right there. See it? Whoa! Ha! They just come out of nowhere. Well, we did get to see one. I know if I turn around, it'll be gone. Try to slow down and see if we can catch another one. It's kind of why our insurance rates are so bad here in the state of Iowa. There's so many deer accidents. We get these big old corn-fed whitetails here. Boy, they will total a car. I hit one about 10 years ago, and it almost totaled the car. Come up out of the ditch, you know, faster than the blink of an eye. There's nothing in the road, and then all of a sudden there's a deer there. So where we're headed now is the opposite direction of that valley that I showed earlier today. I'll show you what it looks like at night. When we get down here to the bridge, there was a deer standing right in the middle of the bridge the other night. So anyway, I was very happy to be able to get a buck knife that I didn't have before, and I also won the auction on a LL Bean fish knife, and it's one of the fish knives that has a hook sharpener on the handle. and I didn't have any of those types of fish knives, so LL Bean was a new brand for me to get. Plus, I'm excited to have one now that has the hook sharpener on it. But anyway, where was I? There was over 500 knives sent to Clark's Kentucky Knives for a Whatnot auction. He went through about 100 of them tonight. The next auction is July 2nd. July 2nd. And I believe it's 6 o'clock Eastern time. No, correction. 6 o'clock Central time. So, I'd never done a Whatnot auction before. I didn't know what to expect. This afternoon, I just downloaded the app onto my phone. And it's pretty self-explanatory. It's very easy to set up. And the auction goes very smoothly. It's very user-friendly, so if I can figure out how to get on Whatnot and bid on those knives, you can too. So join Whatnot, check out Clark's Kentucky Knives. That's his site name, I guess you'd call it, there on Whatnot. And help support. You might find a fantastic knife at a very good price. There was a case canoe with there's a big old dog in the road. I don't know if I caught that or not. I don't know if that was a St. Bernard or not. So anyway, yeah, had the bone peanut butter and jelly inlays on it. Oh boy, I think it went for $135. I was awful close to pulling the trigger on that and bidding on that. But I decided to save a little bit of money and wait for the next auction, see what comes up there. And folks, it's okay if you go there and you bid just a little bit more than what you'd normally pay for a knife. Why, that's okay, because it's going to a good cause. A very good cause. Okay, I think I'm going to hit pause here or stop. Probably have the camera pause just in case I run across some other wildlife. If I don't happen to do so, thanks for listening in. Please remember to hit that like, leave a comment if you would. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Help the channel out. So until next time, have a very delightful day.